How's everyone doing? Welcome to the final episode of After the After Hours with your boy TraderPrad. The final day of this week is tomorrow going to be a free fall Friday. Now get ready for tomorrow. Powell going on the microphone. Powell going on the microphone again. Get ready for tomorrow. So I do have a watch list ready, but if you guys are ready, hit that like and subscribe. Hit that like and subscribe. Thank you guys for all the love. Thank you guys for all the support. Started. Why don't we dive into the full screen and hit that like and subscribe. What's up, nerds? How's everyone doing? Let's take it to the full screen. And again, no camera today. And no, I'm not naked like last time, but my hair is just not working with me today. The hair is just not on point. You know what? In which case, we can turn off the lights in the background that we always have on. Alexa, lights off. Now, no lights. I can enjoy some nice darkness in the room, just like the one in my soul, and talk about the market, talk about all things moving today, talk about the trades, which I did not have any. I did not trade today. I didn't think there was anything. Well, music seems really loud. Give me a second. I didn't trade anything. I didn't think anything really deserved my time and attention today, so I just kind of just ignored the market, managed my portfolio overall. Manage my overall portfolio. I think I cut one loser. I can't remember exactly which loser. Oh, I remember now. Weeble. I cut Weeble out of my account, and I've been looking to now possibly cut NBIS from the account. So a couple losers in the account today. A little bit of a pullback across the board on the market, obviously with Trump talking about tariffs, Elon and Trump having more public political party debate online about the Epstein files online. That's causing the market to go to the downside, or Tesla to go to the downside, I want to say. And just overall some bearish tendencies being poured into the market. But if you zoom out for a second and just see where the market is, I mean, is this really time to cry about doomsday? Like, guys, look how small and insignificant of a pullback that is. We're still above the 9-day moving average, still above the 20-day moving average, still above the all-time high breakout that the market just had. And one tiny pullback in the market, everyone starts screaming, oh, you know, this is the top, we're gonna pull back, we're not going to the moon, which honestly I think is a little retarded. It's a little crazy, a little stupid to think that this little pullback, people are worried that you know, the brakes on the bull train are now coming in and we're gonna start seeing a bigger move back. It is absolutely nonsense to me. But overall, I think it's fair to see all of this as a possible de-escalation again, or not de-escalation, possible profit taking, and a little bit of a move back down again with the whole tariff conversations. But what we've seen about this whole tariff conversations is Trump, his middle name is Taco. He always pulls out. He never completes on anything he stands through about, except for maybe increasing government spending, which is exactly what he's doing, right? He's increasing government spending with this one big beautiful bill. I have one big beautiful bill, right? So he's obviously ruining everything that he was trying to do, and Elon is going against it, and then Elon is causing issues for himself on the Tesla side. So everything is just struggle, and not looking good. But if you just zoom out for a second, guys, when in doubt, zoom out. I mean, you can't even see the red day on the chart if you just zoom out for a second. So I'm not worried about my swing account. I'm not worried about day trades. I'm not worried about anything. I think this is just a negotiation tactic. This is just Trump being Trump, annoying and really a pain in everyone's ass. And taking the market back and forth. Pretty sure so his son Barron can buy the market on the dips, and he can pump the market back up. So more tariff nonsense, more garbage across the board, but I'm pretty sure we'll see that being pulled out eventually, and the market just climbing back up to the north side. So I'm not really worried. I see a couple of my friends, I'm not going to mention specifically who, talking about markets at an all-time high. It is at an insanely high valuation. How can you buy stocks now? It is time to sell. Take time to take profits, because the market is done topping out. And for those, I just think it's ridiculous. You guys gotta do your homework a little bit. At the end of the day, I'm not a fortune teller. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. But if history is one thing, it is a very good predictor of future exactly on the chart. So if history is something over here, it tells me that the bull train did not derail. We still have a lot of insanity left in this market to the upside, and it might just begin with a possible explosion on Bitcoin first. So Bitcoin might have to be the one that blasts off to the upside first, takes out the all-time high, and then starts carrying the rest of the market higher. Although I guess you could say the market QQQ actually did break all-time high before Bitcoin. S&P 500 broke all-time high before Bitcoin. So you could use those argument points, but overall the idea, I think at this point right now, the market is just kind of standing still, waiting for some buyers to come in after a very, very big recovery from the whole original tariff conversation. So original tariff scare, the recovery from the tariff scare, a little bit of a pause, and I think we're gonna, summer market obviously, so that means slower market, less volume for day trading. So more of a reason to not really go out there and look for day trades every single day. If there is a trade, take advantage of it. If there is no trade, you don't really need to go out there, press buttons every single day. And today I felt like it was one of those days. I just didn't feel any setup coming into play. Well, not feel. I didn't have any setup coming into play, nor did I really look for one. But I didn't have any setup coming into play. And I think tomorrow, based off of how the market reacts from today, might just give you a better trade. So looking forward to see how tomorrow market sets up and how can I take advantage off of it. Couple movers from today. Tesla, obviously. Uber going up to the north side. Wells Fargo raised the price target. Okay. Circle back up to the nonsense to the upside over here. OKLO going up because Cathie Wood is now bullish on nuclear. Okay. ARM going to the downside because of the chip tensions between China and USA. From what I remember though, the China-USA deal is supposed to be going through, and if that deal goes through, I wouldn't be surprised that the semiconductor deals are part of it. I wouldn't be surprised that Nvidia, ARM, semiconductors like AMD and so on are all going to be allowed to trade with China. So that's possibly a trade in itself to keep an eye out for when it comes to the semiconductors and the China tariff trade. But that's a whole different topic. For now, talking about ARM and semiconductors in general, today obviously tech taking a beating a little bit, so all semiconductors in general pushing back to the downside. I think Nvidia actually closed red today. I can't type Nvidia for the life of me. There you go, Nvidia actually closed red today. All of the large cap stocks closing red except for one, Amazon. Amazon looks like it's getting ready for another breakout above 223, which is actually might be awesome for me to use that as a reason to add to my trade over here on Amazon, because if this China deal really goes through, Amazon easily is going into all-time high or higher. And obviously if Amazon heads into that direction, that's very good for the overall market too. At the moment, just not a fan of Tesla. I think Tesla, with Elon being Elon, it's just a very volatile stock. If you are looking for a longer term hold on Tesla, yeah, maybe this is worth it to keep an eye on. But for a swing trade for a couple days, couple weeks, couple months, I'm not sure if I really want to put my money in Tesla just yet. But in the future, I think there might be an opportunity there. Google holding still well above the 200-day moving average. Microsoft bouncing right off of the 9-day moving average, going back into the 500 area. Apple still around the 211, 215 area, which will be a little important once we do get back above it. If Apple is able to get above 215, 216, then I think we have a date with the 200-day moving average and maybe more. So most of the large cap stocks honestly don't look too bad, except for Tesla. Apple obviously looks horrible below the 200-day moving average, but all the large cap stocks for the most part, except for Apple and Tesla, are above the 200-day. When the semiconductor stocks are looking so bullish and so strong, SMH for example just now pushing into its all-time high, having somewhat of a failed breakout of all-time high. When the semiconductor sectors are looking so strong, when the banking sector XLF is looking so strong, it's hard to be bearish on the market. So a couple good metrics, a couple barometer metrics to keep an eye on always. Once the banking sector, semiconductor sector, you can even throw in cybersecurity sector starts to look weak, and then the technology, then you'll start seeing unwinding of AI. Like look at Palantir today. Palantir actually had a green day, up 3% on the day today on PLTR. BBAI, another AI name, actually green on the day today. So if you zoom into specific sectors, you'll see they're not actually all that negative. It's just a couple things that took a beating and brought the market down overall. FLT is going up, okay. It will be insane to watch FLT go back to $2. If this one ever goes back to $2, I am instantly cashing out on the stock. I don't care. I just want to be out break even because I've been holding on to this name for way too damn long. From the first time it went to $2 over here all the way through. So 2021 till now, I basically bought the all-time high breakout and I've been bagged ever since. Yikes. But overall, man, I'm very, very bullish for the market. Baidu had a green day today, very light on volume, but Baidu had a green day today. Let's just quickly go back to looking at the center point watch list. So Uber moving around, Uber going into a new all-time high. That's a nice little breakout over there. Potentially some follow through if today's news is actually legitimate. You would want to see Uber buying above 95.50 on the pullback tomorrow. But if today's news is legitimate, then maybe the stock doesn't even pull back to 95.50. It just starts having buying above 97 itself in the pre-market. On any pullback, it stays above 97 tomorrow, and that sets up for a very, very easy day trade for us to be involved in. For the swing trade, I think Uber it's not really that exhausted. I mean, you're still very close to the 200-day moving average. You're still only 23% away from the 200-day moving average. You're about 8%, 9% away from the 50-day moving average. You just had a 50-day moving average bounce on Uber. Everyone was wondering if the Tesla robo-taxi event is going to be bearish for Uber, but Uber is reacting very well. Actually, Uber had a news that they're going to be involved in buying out Pony AI, and that's their way to compete against Tesla robo-taxis and all sorts of autonomous vehicles coming into their business. And Uber already has the logistical side of the business built out. They have a wonderful app. They have Uber Eats. They can build upon that. And all they need at this point is autonomous vehicles that drive themselves, and they don't need to pay drivers a percentage of the fare. So Uber already kind of going in the right direction to compete against the robotics, against the autonomous vehicles, and hence you're seeing this breakout above all-time high again with the nice little flag just before the all-time high too. So beautiful breakout of that. This could start becoming like a whole new stage of a breakout over here, where you have some really good consolidation around this area, and then you have the breakout into the next stage. So breakout, here's a nice little flag, and then the second breakout of the original breakout kinda playing through. So Uber might just have a monumental move from here on out that I might miss out if I don't take on my swing, which I'm honestly okay with. I'll debate it a little bit, see how Uber behaves on pullbacks around 95 tomorrow. If it behaves well, I might buy some. I might hold my nose and buy some shares of Uber for the swing account. But more importantly, this really is important for the day trade if we stay above the 95.50. So 95.50 with the resistance at 97, with the support at 93.50. So that's the way I'm looking at the stock at the moment. Hold 95.50 on pullback, or stay above 97 and hold 97 on pullback for day too long. So watching Uber for any sort of activity on that side. Not a big rise in relative volume, but it did beat its 20-day average volume. So average 30-day volume, average 20-day volume around 21 million, and we brought in around 30 million on a breakout to the high, into the all-time high. So pretty good levels over there. Just quickly to take a look at BMNR. The stock is still going crazy. This is your Ethereum ETF type of name, you know, just one of those stupid catalysts where they announce they're going to be involved in Ethereum or Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies, and the stock just goes absolutely bonkers. Today might be technically considered as today could be considered as day one of the first red day. Well, not technically. It is the first red day, right? So today is the first red day setup, which means tomorrow possibly a short setup if the stock starts to look weak under $90, and that could be something to keep an eye on. That is the main trigger though. You need the stock to get below 90 and stay below 90 on the pops tomorrow. You might not even be able to honestly you know, catch the fill on the way down because it's SSR. So tomorrow will be second red day setup on this name, and ideally you're looking to short the pops into 120, or you're looking to see how the stock behaves below $90 and then short below 90 bucks. So BMNR probably worth keeping an eye on. 120 as the resistance. For the support, I'm watching $90 area, and the inflection is $90 area. If it's holding above 120, I'm not interested in short. Above 120, not interested in short. Short around 120, or wait for 90 to give a breakdown setup. Stock will be on SSR. Okay. Next one, OKLO went up a little bit. I'm not really sure this is even worth talking for the day trade or the swing trade. So I'm just gonna kind of skirt past this one. One good thing about the swing trade on this is OKLO is basically pulling back to the previous all-time high area. Like you can see how it basically pulled back below the previous all-time high. It is now testing the 21-day EMA. Basically had the undercut. This is the undercut right here, and now we're looking to rally back through the 21 EMA, which is, I guess, you know, a decent enough of a setup over here if you're looking to join back on the trend, showing you that buyers are still in this area. And Kathy Wood, famously known for her absolutely crazy, wild price targets, especially on Tesla. If she says that she has an opinion on Oklo, it's probably a really crazy opinion on that one. At the end of the day, though, all we care about is the buyers, are the buyers coming in or not. Very, very low volume today. Less than 20-day average, less than 30-day average volume coming into play. So I'm not even sure if this is, you know, interesting by any means. But for the swing trade, there is some sort of a setup here kind of playing out. You have the undercut and rally. If it does close back below 50 bucks, there is no long on OKLO at all. But now that we're holding 50 on the pullback and reclaiming the 9-day, reclaiming the 21-day, that is your entry somewhere around 55, around 56, and your stop would be below 50 for a possible bigger explosive move into you know, $70, $100, given how important nuclear is for human existence, for AI, for energy consumption, generation, and also obviously to stop Iran from going forward. Oh man, fucking crazy how important nuclear is. So OKLO, other energy stocks, kind of, not energy, other nuclear stocks kind of doing the same thing. SMR, NNE. So if you think OKLO is too far gone for you and you want to maybe expose yourself into some of the stocks that are not so expensive, you know, and are, they kind of are the exact same charts, but they're just not as expensive, right? So SMR might be one to keep an eye on. And if I remember correctly, SMR actually had a deal with Amazon, whereas OKLO doesn't. So just something to keep an eye on. Maybe you got to do your own research on that, who has a deal, who doesn't have a deal. But all of these stocks kind of showing you a little bit of a setup at the moment for the swing trade. I'm not really sure if they're worth looking for the day trade just yet. Any other stock that was very important for the day trade today? You guys have to let me know, because I didn't really trade today, so I don't really know if you know, what were the most active names. I tried to scan some stocks for you guys, and honestly it looked like most of the hot movers, everyone's eyes today for the most part was on Tesla. After announcing it will acquire the company in an all-stock deal. Ooh, that one got smoked after that one. ASST up 63% of the company announced it entered an amendment merger agreement with Strive Enterprises. Well, everyone's just trying to get bought out these days, huh? So ASST is getting bought out. Coors is getting bought out. BMNR just doing BMNR things. GSAT, I don't think that's a stock to trade for me at all. GSAT, where is, oh, you actually had a nice breakout. Up 6% of the company announced it signed an agreement with SpaceX to provide satellite services for its launch of Falcon 9. So GSAT with a nice little catalyst, average daily volume 500,000 shares, today trading 2 million shares with a beautiful breakout above 24. Nice hold above the 200-day average. I think this stock might be worth actually taking a look for the day and the swing trade. So obviously this one goes on the watch list as a high priority name. Nice catalyst coming into play. Beautiful daily chart over here. I want to go to the weekly chart. Here's the weekly chart, though not as beautiful as a daily chart, showing you a lot of resistance area around $44 on this name. Seller holding it down since September 14th. September 2014. They've been selling in this area ever since. Very strong base, though. The bigger the base, the higher in space, especially in a sector that is well, I'm not sure if this comes under the aerospace and defense sector or in the space sector, because they say it's in the under the communications and wireless telecom sector. But if it does come under the space sector is a very, very booming sector at the moment in the market. So all things considered, GSAT might be something to keep an eye on as it's creating its ascent at the moment. If GSAT gets back below 22, that kind of kills this whole move. So ideally, any pullback to tomorrow above 25 is still bullish, but I don't want to see it at 25. I want to see it bouncing off of 26. Pull back to 26, bounce off of 26. That will be my important level, but support is around that 24.50 if it does pull back. So GSAT I'll be watching for the day and the swing. Resistance, obviously today's high 26.50. We'll see if the stock is able to get above it or not. There are other more obvious resistance levels just above 26.50, which you can just zoom out on the chart and see for yourselves if you're interested to trade. But I'm only interested to see if the stock holds on dip. So GSAT standing out over there. Circle, not a swing stock for me at all. Maybe a day trade for sure, but not a swing name because I like my money and I don't like to watch my money burn. This one I think has a lot of volatility. Ideally, you know, your stop is 172. So even if you are long in this area, your stop is 170, 172 area. If the stock gets below 170, you're taking the loss on it. But if it doesn't, this opens up a lot of room to the upside on one of the most hyped up stocks in the market at the moment. One of the most hyped up stocks in the IPO sector. And July 14th, if I remember correctly, is supposed to be cryptocurrency week in the White House. So that might be something that boosts a circle to the upside. That might be something that boosts Bitcoin above its all-time high, and then that in return boosts MicroStrategy, IBIT, CRCL, Coinbase, you name it. Every single stock out there that is expected to start going nuts is possibly going nuts during the crypto week. So watching those stocks going closer into crypto week. For now, I think I'm just gonna put the brakes on the crypto stocks because we for sure know somewhere through this week or next week it'll be very much in play, and when they will be in play, I will for sure be involved with them. Up 14% after announcing that Capgemini will acquire the company. See, another buyout. So just lots of buyouts today overall in general. Yes, market got sold off, but a very nothing burger day from what I saw in my Discord groups. You know, I'm in a bunch of Discord groups for day trading, and a lot of these chats were dead. Most of them were talking about Uber. Most of them were talking about Tesla. But a lot of these chats were dead today. And just goes to show that maybe a lot of people are still in their vacation mode, in their vacation, long weekend, 4th of July, Independence Day weekend mindset. They're still getting home slowly. So no earnings today, no earnings tomorrow either. Hopefully some earnings next week, some hot earnings. But as you guys know, earnings week is basically coming to an end. When does the earnings weeks pick up again? So let's go check earnings whisper. Earnings whispers calendar, and it picks up around, let's see if we pick up around 14th. Is there any way to see like a, oh, they're locked. Okay, so all of this week, obviously we already know that it's pretty boring, but starting next week and so on, it'll be a little bit more interesting, hopefully, maybe the week after that, and then we have a whole new earnings season. So just be a little patient. Not every day is a day-to-day trade. Not every day is a day to buy positions on a swing account. Some days it's just a day to chill out, enjoy the profits, cut the losers, manage your account, scan for stocks, and then pick your plan, attack of plan. Overall, that's basically a very, very small watch list for tomorrow. I'm not sure I'll even be pushing buttons tomorrow. I think I'll be back into the office starting Thursday, and that's when I might be actually putting in some work into trading again. But for now, I think just taking it slow, waiting for my opportunities to show up. Let's go scan the IPO calendar real quick to see if anything hot shows up for you guys, or I should say for me too. But anything hot on the IPO calendar? Nothing really just yet. Let me message my boy. Let me finish my stream. Nah, screw it. I'll message him in a bit. So right here, somewhere at the 170 acquisition corp, not worth it. So still no good names in the IPO calendar, sadly. That's pretty sad. Anything on the econ calendar tomorrow? Economic calendar. For that, we go to investing.com. Econ calendar tomorrow, again, very dead. Boring economic calendar, boring, nothing happening tomorrow. So not expecting too much of craziness in the market. Maybe you get more Trump and Elon back and forth action for us to partake with. Maybe you see some headline action for us to deal with. Potentially Bitcoin breaking out again. I don't think it's gonna happen this week. I think it'll happen sometime during July 14th. Let me try to grab that headline for you guys. Let me see if I can try to get that one. Where is it? Oh, that's not the one for sure. Here it is. So here's the headline. Headline comes out as the week of July 14th as the crypto week. So very interesting to see how this will play out, what exactly this even means. So maybe we can pull up Perplexity here real quick. What does crypto week Let's see if Perplexity can help us out over here. Refers to a special period starting July 14 designated by the U.S. House of Representatives to focus on the major cryptocurrency and digital asset legislation. This week-long initiative is intended to advance regulatory clarity, promote U.S. leadership in digital assets, and address key issues impacting the crypto industry. Key issues such as how the President of the United States is involved in cryptocurrency scams? Okay, yeah, for sure. Legislators to focus, lawmakers will debate and potentially pass several landmark bills that could shape the future of cryptocurrency regulation in the United States. The main bill of the agendas are Clarity, Genius, Anti-CBDC, what the hell is that? A Surveilling State Act aims to prohibit the creation of a U.S. central bank digital currency, citing concerns over privacy and government surveillance. Okay, policy goals provides clear rules for digital asset markets and consumer protection, encourages innovation and investment in the U.S. crypto sector, safeguards financial piracy and Okay, sure it does. Position in the U.S. as a global leader. Okay, initiative is a part of a broader push by the Congress and the current administration to deliver on a campaign promise to support digital assets and create At the end of the day, you get the idea. A bunch of nonsense jargon. All that means is this is going to allow Trump and his little posse of crew to come and scam his MAGA supporters for more cryptocurrency coins. That's basically what that all means. But for the day trading side, guys, I think that's basically all she wrote. There's not much to talk about. We are in summer week. We're in holiday week. We're in holiday months. So like I said multiple times throughout this week, if you don't see a trade within your setup, you don't trade it. There is no trade to be taken. Sit on your hands, exercise patience, exercise discipline, and make them profits. I'm hopping on, wait for me. Alright, chat, I'm gonna go get some food and then I'm gonna go play some games with my friends. I'll catch you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. Since I did not have any trades of my own to talk about today, I don't really have much to talk about. So that's the end of the stream. I'll cancel it here. I'll go play some video games, and then obviously, hopefully there's some trades tomorrow for me to partake in. Good luck. Make that money, baby. TraderPrad out. Peace. After the after hours with your host TraderPrad, I'm doing great. Hopefully you guys are joining me on that great side. Markets are moving around. Might just be a risk on type of day, so let's see what happens. 8 o'clock tomorrow, as you guys know, we do the stream Monday to Thursday, 8 p.m. Shout out to my affiliate sponsors, Benzinga, Trade Ideas, the #1 scanner to go to, Trader Sync, promo code down below, promo code PRAD15 to get 15% off. I will catch you guys tomorrow, 8 o'clock, same time, same place. Until then, TraderPrad out. Adios.